Yes, welcome all to this lecture. So, is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
sir.
So now, this is what the palladium catalyzed reactions. See, we are discussing the organic chemistry, which involve organic synthesis, which involves the application of organometallics, organometallic reagent, okay? Or we can say organometallic catalyst. And here in your for you they have given there are 6 types of metal based catalysts. So one of them is palladium. So in this discussion we will go through various reactions which are catalyzed by palladium. These reactions are especially committed for the or especially bring out the transformation of carbon carbon bond formation and carbon heteroatom bond formations. Palladium catalyzed reactions are very much exclusive. The reason is what? Because many reactions which are catalyzed by palladium, they are named reaction. They are named reactions. One of them is what? This is a Buchwald-Hartwig cross coupling. Let us go for this first reaction, which is catalyzed by palladium catalyst, and this reaction was studied by two scientists, Buchwald and Hartwig. It is also called as cross coupling because two different reagents or reactants we are using and we are carrying out the cross coupling by the use of palladium catalyst. So it is what palladium catalyzed synthesis of aryl amines. So it is aryl amines. If you see or aromatic amines, it's aryl amines. In this, the starting materials are aryl halide. So X can be chlorine, bromine, iodine, or OTF triplet. Okay, we have discussed this. What is and or pseudohalides. Pseudohalides means this instead of halogen, if they have OTF, TMS, many are there. So they are called pseudohalides. Okay, example is triplets. And primary, secondary amines. So here, if you have this primary or secondary amine, so this coupling reaction takes place in the presence of palladium catalyst and in the presence of base, and you will get what this carbon hydrogen bond formation. See here, there is a very simple mechanism of Buchwald-Hartwig coupling. You see, it starts from this part. This palladium, which is coordinated with the ligand, or L2 means two ligands we are using here. This is in the chemical equilibrium. We can say one ligand will lose, it will form single ligand coordinated with palladium. Then this continues. Then there is an insertion of this particular metal, there is a palladium across this carbon halogen bond, and you can see here this is what the adduct will form. Adduct, this is the adduct will form. You see here also it is shown that this ligand and this also one type of ligand which is coordination with this X. So this undergo into what we can say they again came in. But our job is this. If you understand this, and this is only the adduct which is formed by the action of aryl halide with this and pseudo halides. Okay, with this palladium catalyst. Once it is formed, there is a action of amines over this. When amine react with this, the lone pair of nitrogen form coordination with this palladium. You see here. We know all Lewis bases react as very good ligands because they contain negative charge or they contain lone pair. In this case, if you see here in this case, nitrogen contain lone pair. In this case, nitrogen contain lone pair, and that lone pair donated to this palladium metal. Okay. And then once it is formed, The base is also react here. Base will do its activity, and you can say the base will remove this hydrogen and will remove this halogen also. Okay, so you see here base remove this, what we say, the HX. Okay, what is left there? This X is removed, this H is removed, so ligand will be bonded and aryl group will be bonded and nitrogen with the bond with palladium. Now you see this adduct, or you can second adduct, this undergo into transfer of, or we can say reductive elimination, transfer of this nitrogen over this aryl group and removal of this ligand takes place like this. So this will remove, or we can say reductive elimination means reduction will also takes place. This palladium, which is in +2 state, now becomes 0 oxidation state, and this carbon nitrogen bond formation takes place. Right. That's all. So you should remember this. One more side reactions they are saying, but this is not our discussion, because see, this reaction is not involve the formation of carbon nitrogen. Therefore, we are not discussing this reaction. Okay, these are side reactions, but our discussion is this only. So what is here? You see, ligand palladium with the we can say palladium catalyst react with aryl halide or aryl pseudohalides and form adduct. Adduct react by amines, and again further go to the formation of another adduct, second adduct, and which react with base. Base remove H and X and gives this compound, which in which hydrogen carbon or transfer of this amine over this aryl group led to the formation of this carbon hydrogen bond, and this what the ligand palladium or palladium catalyst regenerated, and this circle continues and our compound formation takes place. Examples are here before you. This is aryl halide and this Br and this H will loss, and there is a formation of direct carbon nitrogen bond. Yield of this 88%. It's very good yield. This is a primary secondary amine, and again we have taken here the palladium catalyst. And what is this? You know well, tris orthotolyl phosphine, which coordinate with this palladium, and mechanism we have discussed by the application of sodium tertiary butoxide base toluene and heating at a normal temperature 65. Another example, you see this bromine, again aryl halide is reacted with this secondary amine, okay, and same palladium catalyst, and this is what the strong base, again same toluene, and temperature is this much. You will see that carbon nitrogen form. So you should know that only one reaction is reported in which carbon nitrogen bond formation takes place, and that is only the this particular reaction, the told Hartley reaction. One more example, if you see there are similarities here. If you see this reaction is repeated, so this is one more example. You can see iodine we have taken, and here we have thiomorpholine. This H and this I will remove by the palladium and base sodium tertiary butoxide, and again there is a formation of carbon nitrogen bond. So like this we can go the variety of examples. Fine. These are the examples before you. See the tolerance of the group. See, this group is not going to react, remaining unaffected, not at all participating in this reaction. This bromine of halide, react with this secondary amine, okay, reacting with secondary amine, primary amine, using the same here palladium catalyst. So here see, is the palladium is, it can be zero oxidation state or it can be having some oxidation state. So no need to get confused. Palladium, it means palladium catalyst, that's it. So sometimes ये आपको रहेगा without any oxidation state, and sometimes with some oxidation number, but it will perform the same job. That is what coupling of carbon nitrogen bond formation. You see, this is what the bond which is formed between this carbon of the ring and this nitrogen. Further example, you see this is what the hexylamine. Hexylamine, primary amine, and again there is a aryl halide. So this bromine and this hydrogen, one hydrogen out of these two will give you the formation of this carbon nitrogen bond. And you can see here formation of carbon nitrogen bond here, this one bond, and the product is what Buchwald Hartwig product. This is a Buchwald is aryl amines, aryl amines. Another reaction. So what do you say? This is what? This is nothing but the we say pseudo halides or triplet. It is a triplet. So see how the what is the structure? OSO2 CF3. Okay, so it is a what the triplet which also react with any amine, aromatic amine or aliphatic amine or aromatic amine, and you will get what the uh, this carbon nitrogen bond formation is there. Fine. Okay, so don't get confused. Very simple idea we can have. See further examples are there before you. Again, you see here this bromine and this nitrogen NH, and very excellent example. There is a formation of what you see. This is a very pure. It's a chiral carbon. Remember, it's a chiral carbon, and it's a pure above 99% enantiomeric excess. Means extra pure. Means it is what the chiral carbon, chiral compound. Okay, therefore, so you see there is no change in the chirality. You see, chiral carbon remain as it is. Okay, so this is the one very excellent property of this Buchwald-Hartwig reaction is do not disturb any chiral center. It only react with the primary nitrogen or secondary primary amine or secondary amine present in the molecule. Okay, so you see this is the one of another example before you, that this remaining as it is, no change in the chirality, or we can say configuration, retention of configuration. You see 99% exponential same. However, yield is somewhat very less, means 72% yield out of 100%. If you take two aromatic amines again here, or two aromatic amine and as well as aromatic halide. So see, no need to get confused. One hydrogen chlorine will lose, and there is a formation of this bond, carbon nitrogen bond. So catalyst will be different, but palladium is always there to work out this reaction. So this is a Buchwald-Hartwig coupling. Another example, you see, if you see very particular case here, you see this both are reactive group. You see, it's actually this carbonyls are more reactive compared to this halogen. Okay, carbonyls are more reactive compared to halogen. But you see here, this also only palladium bring out the change, and this you see here we have taken amide. Amide is there. So amide are also tolerable, and you see this nitrogen carbon bond formation expensive. Yield is very nice, 83%. Okay, so you see these examples. Okay, so these are the examples for the Buchwald and Hartwig coupling. I hope all of you understand this reaction. Okay, so now this is what about the Buchwald-Hartwig coupling. So I have stopped the recording, so you can watch this later.